Hi Aries, welcome back. So Aries, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you might be dealing with. My readings are timeless, so I trust that when this finds you, it's for you. And keep in mind, because it is a general reading, it can be interchangeable. Aries, when I was meditating on the collective energy, I got two images. First, I got being in the back seat of a car, and then a song came through really clearly by Tracy Chapman. Fast Car, I believe. You got a fast car. I got to get out of here. Or something like that. Those weren't the exact words, but go check that song out, Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. So to me, you know, that song has a deep meaning about responsibility and kind of wanting to flee that, and at the same time have thrills in your life, but at the same time needing to take care of things. So Aries, you may feel like, you know, there's things that you need to take care of, you know, that are important to you nonetheless, but at the same time, it's also important to take care of yourself. It's important to give yourself that allowance, that time that you may need, especially during this time frame. So I feel like, you know, like the fast car, you might want to just go on a road trip for yourself. Some of you might literally be thinking about a road trip, but to me, it's like this feeling of freedom and this feeling of almost a rush. So some of you might be getting like a rushing feeling during this time as well, or this feeling of being rushed for some of you. So it's an interesting energy that I'm picking up because it's both exhilarating and yet it feels like there's pressure being placed. So, you know, trying to find balance between those two energies is going to be really important for you during this time frame, Aries. So the overall energy that you got is the 12th house of surrender. This is talking about, yeah, this little bit of a tug of war. And actually, if you look at the picture, if you can see it, there's two angels and they're kind of having a tug of war here. So I feel like there's two things competing for your attention, I feel, and one of them feels like freedom, it feels like exhilaration, and the other one feels a bit like almost obligation, but I think that you're doing it from a place of good intention, but yet it's still, I feel, weighing down your energy to some degree or another. So this is about your subconscious mind, compassion, your dreams, karma, forgiveness, the baggage that we hold, and the unseen. So you've got a situation developing here, Aries, and we're going to see what that's all about for you. So let's see what your overall energy is then for my Aries. So you have the Hierophant, which is all about blessings. This is the angel of blessings, but it also talks about commitments, belief systems, belief structures, parenting, guidance. So I feel like, yeah, there's some sort of structure here, Aries, that I feel that you need to abide by, or, you know, that you need to go along with, because maybe that's how other people do it. Maybe that's how your mother did it, your family did it. And yet there's a sense of like wanting to escape that. Some of you want to go outside of the box of what you were brought up with when it comes to belief systems and religion. For others of you, this is like in regards to commitments and kind of like, I don't want to say you want to flee a relationship, although some of you may be, but there could be commitment issues here, whether on your side or this person's side, you know, like, because I get like kind of like a non-committal type of energy, which Aries, you are fiery and you're passionate and you're intense, and that's not to say you can't be good at commitment, but for you, freedom is essential, right? And passion is essential. So if you feel like that is missing from a connection or missing from another area of your life, you may want to be, you know, like freeing yourself from that, and have this urge to get in a fast car for some of you. So let's see, person you're dealing with. The Fool. So interesting. This isn't their overall energy, but the Fool represents, to me, Aries. But so you may definitely be heavy in this person's energy. That could be good or bad. But it's talking about the angel of innocence. This person is ready to take a leap. I feel have a new beginning here, but they are ignoring some red flags possibly, or you might be like, there's a warning call, a heed here that this person needs to this person needs to take heed maybe of something that they are not paying attention to, that I feel like is going on in the background. This may be in regards to you or another area of their life, but it's like, before you take that leap, you know, read the fine print or think about it a little bit longer, because I feel like this person, there's something here that their intuition is picking up on that they are not listening to, and we'll get to the bottom to see what that is. But first, let's go into the recent past energy. So Aries, we're going to go into the recent past, and then perception of how you view each other, how you genuinely feel underneath it all, your hopes, and most likely future outcome. So you have the Hanged Man here. And, you know, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. You could hear my washer and dryer in the background. It was driving me nuts. So, you had a card fly over here. So Aries, recent past energy is the Hanged Man in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, and the King of Wands in the upright. So I feel like, yeah, this is, you know, there's something here going on in the past about lacking perspective, you know, and I just feel like it's, I don't know if it's on your part, Aries, or someone else, but someone lacks perspective, or they're not open-minded. And like I said, I get this feeling that you are really stretching yourself outside of the box of what would be considered, I feel, the norm in your life or in your environment. And I feel like there may be this tug of war going on where you feel like possibly someone will not see your point of view or your perspective. And you're putting a lot of weight on that, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. I feel, Aries, whether they can understand your perspective or not. It only matters whether you understand your perspective or not, and that you feel okay with that. And I feel like that for some of you is the exact conclusion that you have come to, or will be coming to during this time frame, because then the energy kicks up a notch, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Wands. So I feel like, you know, it's the sense of feeling fortunate and just loving yourself anyways, and being confident with where you stand, and not really feeling that need to understand or have someone understand your perspective, okay? So I feel this really strong in your energy, Aries, that this is something that a lot of you have been maybe struggling with in the past or leading up to this, or coming to the conclusion of during this time period, where it's like, yeah, I know who I am, and I'm going to stand in my power. And because of that, it's like fortune favors you, you know? So it's a great energy to have for certain. Let's see what this person's most recent past energy is, Aries. Five of Pentacles. So I keep hearing a saying, but I don't really know the full saying. I keep hearing fortune favors blank, the wise. And then I got like several different words. The brave, the courageous, the wise. So it's almost like Spirit is saying, be brave, be courageous, be wise, and fortune will favor you, you know. Love yourself, of course, at the end of the day, and understand that not everybody's going to understand you, and that's okay. Surrender the need for that to be in your life if that's what you've been doing. Yes. So I feel like this person over here is Five of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Eight of Cups, Two of Swords. So Aries, this person is feeling all kinds of feelings, and this is in the recent past. So I feel like they felt kind of abandoned, alone, focused on things that really aren't serving them, and yet having difficulty being able to walk away from that. This person might have been going through maybe a depressive state, or I get like this feeling of just wanting to be left alone and very heavy in thought. What seems like they're heavy in thought, but actually they're heavy in their emotional space, but it's because of what they're giving focus to. Like, I feel like this person has been giving a lot of focus to the don't wants and the don't haves, and just feeling like also, you know, a bit alone or misunderstood, and yet not willing to open up, not being able to follow their intuition. There's a lot of uncertainty in this person's energy when it comes to emotionally where they are at. And yet I feel like their intuition is calling them forward. And if you remember, that's what I was saying about this card here, was that there was some sort of warning, or there was something this person's intuition is pulling them towards that they are ignoring. And the Two of Swords just further shows that, you know, it's just like they hear it, they feel it, but then they're uncertain about it, because it's just like, well, maybe that didn't work out for me in the past, or there is a sense of like feeling called to walk towards something or walk away from something, and then yet closing themselves off emotionally from being able to do that. And it can be because this person may have things in their life that they feel that there are obligations around, and so they're having difficulty following their emotions, and maybe coming to like a determination about, well, is this what's right for me or what's right for others, and not really knowing what is the best route to take, and so they stay kind of stuck there. So now we're going to look at perception. Now keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder. So it may be your truth, Aries, but it may not be theirs. So when you think of this connection, Aries, what is your perception? Three of Swords. I feel like some of you have someone in your life that tries to tell you what to do. Or they like to talk about like what the most right thing. I get self-righteous, okay, and it may or may not be this person, because this is a side note, and it's just like, I feel like your perspective is like, well, how did that work out for you? Because I think that this person has not, it's like they're trying to give advice about something, but they're not very good at it themselves, you know. And I feel, you know, you're kind of changing your perspective on that, because you're taking a look at like, okay, they say that, but then they don't do that, or it doesn't seem to go their way. So is that advice worth taking? And if you're not looking at it that way, Aries, then there's an encouragement to kind of stop and pause. And I always like to ask that question, how is that working out for you? Before you take anyone's advice, you know, it's always good to look to see, is that actually working or not in your own life, okay? So I don't know, like I said, if it's this person or there's someone outside of this connection that likes to do that, but I just feel like there's a lack of perspective there, I think. Here's the Five of Pentacles again. Wow, Aries. So in your perception of this person, I mean, you're certainly aware that this person has these emotional things going on, you know, and they may even try to cover it up from you or up from others, but I feel like you're fully aware, you know, because you see pain in this person, and yet you see them try to ignore, I feel, the pain that they may be feeling. You see this person isolate themselves, and yet they try to show the world that they're very comfortable with who they are. So it's like, Aries, you kind of have like x-ray vision when it comes to this person, and you're like seeing right through the facade, you know, because here's this peaceful, restful, comfortable with who I am energy, and then underneath it, it's like, oh, ouch, you know, a lot of doubt and pain and uncertainty going on within this person's psyche. And that's your perception anyways. I feel like there might have been a lot of pain going on below the surface, okay? And that could be on your side as well, because this can be vice versa. But it's just like, you know, it's just like, I don't want to say ignoring it, but it's just like, okay, sleep it off, you know? And then kind of feeling misunderstood, and then just trying to be comfortable with where they're at. So I just feel like there is some sort of internal struggle going on this person's part that you're aware of, I feel, because this is falling in your perception. Okay, so I feel like at times you feel comfortable, I think, within the connection, because it's familiar. So I don't feel like this is a new connection. I feel like this is someone you're familiar with. And then at times you feel like they don't understand your journey, or they don't understand your pain even. So let's go into this person's perception, Aries, and see. They have the Chariot, Three of Wands, the Hanged Man. Interesting, because you had the Hanged Man in the recent past. So when this person views this connection, Five of Swords, I feel like, you know, they see you as moving forward and away from them, and or like they see that you are placing distance possibly between you and them. And it does not have to be physical distance. Some of you, yes. But I feel like the distance is more about like the belief about the connection, okay? Because this person's trying to get another perspective, and yet feeling this sense of like rejection, or I don't really like this energy. This person could be very spiteful, or they may see you as spiteful, okay? Or just, there's like this sense of like not knowing when to walk away, when enough is enough. And I can't really tell if that's on your part or their part. But I feel like they are trying to gain some understanding. So I feel you feel this person was having difficulty seeing things from your perspective. But here I see them trying to see it from your perspective, but having difficulty with it, okay? So this person could be waiting for things to change, or waiting for momentum forward. But I feel there's some sort of difference of opinion here, to say the very least. And it might be causing an emotional distance or gap, okay? And that could be temporary, that could be long lasting. It's going to be different for all of you. But it's like, this person definitely fears being left alone, or rejection even, okay? And that could be because in the past, they had difficulty following their intuition and their emotion, and they may have made some mistakes, you know, or leapt without thinking. And so now they are maybe very cautious about whatever decisions they make going forward, okay? Or that's something they're learning. So, Aries, let's see underneath it all, what is the genuine emotion? So that was surface level. Now we're going to go into the depths, the ethereal, the genuine emotion. Five of Cups. I have a song in my head. Stay woke. Is that Childish Gambino, Redbone? I don't know how that pertains to this reading, but maybe go check that out. Stay woke was the only lyric that I could hear clearly. So I feel like that's a message to you, Aries. Stay woke anyways, because some of you are going through your own spiritual awakening or your own enlightening, and yet feeling that that's not maybe what is acceptable within the environment or maybe even relationship that you're in. And this is saying stay woke anyways, you know? So, yeah. 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, King of Swords, Ace of Swords. Wow. So on an emotional level, Aries, there is this feeling of feeling emotionally drained or exhausted, okay? And it's about something from the past, okay, with the 6 of Cups. And I feel like when you start to emotionally go towards the past, it just immediately drains you, which is Spirit's way of showing you that your life is not in your past. It is in your future. And I feel like there's still a lot of contemplation, or somewhat giving focus to things that you don't even have control over anymore, or prior issues or losses. So it's saying, you know, Aries, stay woke, because I feel like you go into like the sleep state, and I'm not talking about like falling asleep. I mean like your spiritual awareness kind of sinks down with you when you sink down into the past, because you can't change the past. You can't control the past. Yes, you can reflect on it, and it's okay to, but don't get stuck there, right? Because it will then perpetuate into your future reality. So I feel like there's a sense of needing to stay in the now and the present, and embrace all of the love that is in your life. Now, some of you have new love coming in, or this newfound love for self or for life, because I got a zest. I saw like a lime and zest. A new zest for life, you know? And that new zest for life, I promise you, it's not in your past, Aries. It is coming up towards the future energy. So this is like letting go of the emotional drain, and placing yourself in the now. And when it comes to this connection, I feel like sometimes when you think about what's occurred in the past with this connection, it emotionally drains you, because then you start going to, for some of you, worrisome thoughts or negative emotion, or, you know, your expectations change when you start doing that. And so it's like, place your focus on the now, because there's a lot of love here, I feel. So let's see what this person's genuine emotion is, Aries. When it comes to this connection, underneath it all, where are they at? Queen of Cups flew out. I'll get it in a minute, no worry. 9 of Swords in the reverse. And then we have 3 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 2 of Wands. So I feel like this person, they've got a lot of emotion going on, okay? And I saw that in the past energy, right? And it could be a lot of emotions they have not dealt with, to be quite honest with you. I feel like this person, they try to escape, I think, what they're feeling sometimes. But maybe not in the healthiest ways. Like, this person tries to escape the emotion by ignoring their intuition, to be quite honest with you, ignoring red flags, and that's not, you know, gonna get them what they want. But I feel it is a coping mechanism, you know, because in their emotional space, they also have a lot of support, and they have a lot of peace that surrounds them, maybe even a friendship or relationship, or maybe even this connection that brings them a lot of stability, calmness, peace. And yet they're looking elsewhere, I feel, for something that is inside of them. That's what it is. This person often looks elsewhere for their emotional fulfillment, whether that's looking for it in others, looking for it in career and money and things and even substances for some of you. Those are just some examples, but they're looking external from themselves for emotional satisfaction, and not understanding that true emotional satisfaction comes from within, meaning being comfortable with who you are and loving yourself, and being that sense of support and replenishment for yourself. And when we do that, then we can truly and honestly give and exchange love in a genuine, authentic way. But I feel like this person, they have a bit of difficulty with that at times, you know, and often think that maybe a relationship, or for some of you, that this relationship is going to, you know, pull their life back together, or, you know, if they could just pull it together, then they would get such and such outcome. And it's like self-love comes first, and this person may have forgotten about that in the recent past, or in the past energy, because of prior, like I said, losses or things not going their way. On an emotional level, this person definitely wants to be of support, or to be supportive, or to come together, I feel, with you, Aries, if they're not currently together with you, because they want a sense of union in their life. And I think they're looking forward to that. So let's see what your hopes are. Two of Wands. Well, you're looking forward to things as well, you know, because to me, the Two of Wands is looking forward, right? Looking forward into the future, but also looking forward to new experiences and new feelings and new ways of thinking. And I feel, again, Aries, there's that message of, you know, wanting to kind of get out of here, get out of your head, or get out of this square paradigm that you've been maybe placed in or living in, you know, and have a fast car. So then they have the Ten of Swords in their hopes. Well, I feel like this person, they want a means to an end, so to speak. They want this exhaustion to end, because I feel a lot of emotional exhaustion on this person's part. And they may, in turn, emotionally exhaust you, or vice versa, you know, if you're feeding into each other's energy. But it's just like, they want the pain to be over. They almost want to surrender, okay? And just like, yeah, and that's funny, because that was the overall energy, the 12th house of surrender, right? So I kind of feel that bubbling up in their energy. So let's see what the most likely future outcome is, Aries. Now keep in mind, all of the future outcomes can be changed with free will. So you're in the driver's seat of your life, not me. But I'm going to give you a quick snapshot. The World, the Eight of Swords, Justice, one more, Queen of Cups. So I feel like something's coming to completion during this time frame, all right? Don't fear the worst, Aries, because some of you have a tendency maybe to see the worst in yourself or others. And I'm just saying, okay? Sometimes Aries can be a pessimistic sign, similar to Capricorn. Now, if you ask an Aries, you would say, I'm not a pessimist, I'm a realist. And I got you, Aries. And yes, you are a realist, and you are the realist. But at the same time, sometimes what is in our current reality can change if we can envision a better future. And it's hard to envision better future, or looking forward to things coming in, when we're very focused maybe on a now reality that's not currently serving us. So in a way, it's like, use your imagination a little bit. Don't be such a realist. You know, be a bit of maybe an optimist during this time frame. It'll help push the energy along a little bit faster for you. Because I do feel there's success here, you know, and there's justice. So justice coming to a situation, and balance, and a Queen of Cups upright, feeling emotionally well. At peace with the way things are, and with who you are as well. And that song is playing in my head, you know, Stay Woke. Because I feel like good things are coming in here, Aries, more sense of balance in your life. And like I said, there's some success here, but not if you are fearing the worst outcome, you know, because you get what you think about. So if you're placing your thoughts there, you could change this energy into, you know, feeling unsuccessful, right? So that's why I think also in the emotional space, there was this message about staying in the present moment and focusing on the things that you love, because it's like things are going to come to a natural completion in this connection, I feel, or just in things in general. So it's almost like you don't really need to do much, but just to relax and sit back and be okay with who you are and where you are. Because I feel like change is going to come around regardless. This person's most likely future outcome, which can also be changed with their free will, is the Star and the Seven of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. So this person, they have a lot of hopes and wishes here, Aries, absolutely. But I feel like they don't trust their intuition. Like, I wish I could get this person in a chair and speak to them about how to channel their intuition, because a lot of the emotional things that they are feeling, like the emotional turmoil that goes on with this person, is coming from this space of lack of faith. And it's interesting because I feel like this person may give off this energy or even tell other people, you know, how to live life or what to believe in possibly, but then they lack the faith in themselves, which negates whatever message they have. Okay, so this could be the person that I was speaking about earlier for sure, that kind of contradicts themselves a little bit in the energy. They want cooperation here, and definitely new opportunities coming in, and commitment for some of you. With the Ace of Pentacles, it's like, give me something I can work with. That's what I feel their energy is. And what's interesting, I was talking about, you know, needing to get in touch with themselves, and meditation is the fastest way to do that. And then the Four of Swords is here, which is a man meditating. So even if this person doesn't meditate, I feel that they are trying to calm down. They're trying to get balanced. They are, because they want things to come to fruition. They're wanting, you know, what they've dreamed of to happen. And yet there's some elusive energy over how and when, and they're maybe wanting to map it out and make it all very logical, when really what they need to do is just kind of sit back and have faith that what's meant to be will always be, you know, and universe will step in and arrange it for you. You just need to sit back. And so I just feel like when this person comes to that understanding that it's not really up to them to force outcomes, then it's kind of like things line up for them. So I feel, you know, cooperation coming in, possibly finances for a few, but it's a sense of getting more grounded in the energy. And they had two additional cards come out, and inspiration. And what are they being inspired to? Emotional fulfillment. And finding that within themselves, and therefore within their surroundings. And it's after they surrender, and that's kind of what they're searching for, is that surrender, right? So I do feel like this person has a lot of intense passion in their energy, a lot of emotion, you know, and wanting some sort of, like I said, commitment, new beginning, definitely wanting cooperation, and really reaching for that and placing themselves in that energy is helping them to move forward on their own path. So I actually really like that for them and for you, because you're finding peace as well. And I feel like there's a lot more calm energy coming in for you, which I think you're really going to appreciate, Aries. So, you know, take some time out for yourself during this time frame. Life should not always feel obligatory. It should feel light and frisky and fun. And so if it's not been feeling that way, then I guess this is Spirit's permission to you to say, you know, maybe take some time out and surrender to your own joy of life, okay? Because that really is the key during this time frame. So, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with. Now, keep in mind, you could be dealing with any zodiac sign. It is a general reading. But the primary zodiac signs I'm seeing is Aquarius, Aries, Pisces, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Sagittarius or Aries, like I said, Taurus again. Those are the primary zodiac signs I see, but keep in mind it can be any zodiac sign, like I said. Either way, I do hope that you enjoyed it. If so, do let me know in the comments down below. Also, please do give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can check me out on Facebook and Instagram, Tarot Time with Dana, linked in the description, as well as in the About section of my YouTube. I do go live there and give guided messages and just chat, so you can get more good stuff over there. Also, if you like my style, you can get it for yourself at avasophiaco.com and my sister's online boutique, also linked down below. Either way, Aries, I'm wishing you the very, very best, and until next time, my friends, namaste.